That way the chickens, you know, they have a place they can be proud of.
A place they can be proud of. Welcome back to the channel. Henry is going to check on the chickens this morning. Just lots of little projects going on over here this week. Mainly, right this minute, I need to deal with our fish carcasses that we brought back from dip netting. We have a whole second freezer running mainly for them, and that's just massacring our sad solar system. We have a really small solar system that does not want to support 2 freezers. So I'm gonna get the fish carcasses hopefully made into some fish fertilizer. We'll see what I can do there. And grab a long sleeve out of the truck because I don't really buy it that I'm not going to get eaten alive by mosquitoes. But we've just got a lot of little projects going on. We just got 4 loads of gravel from our neighbor. Shout out to him, one of the best neighbors ever. It's going to slowly but surely get worked into some places that we just kind of need a little more gravel.
There you go.
Thank you, dear.
That hose works good if you crank it down to jet mode. It's got some serious water pressure.
Yeah. Should be one of our last pond water gatherings for a while. We have a lot of rain in the forecast, but today it's supposed to be pretty hot, so I might get some of this water in the garden, in the greenhouse. Let today be hot. I think tomorrow night the rain starts.
Well, it'll be good. I mean, if that happens, we'll set up everything we got to collect water in case we hit another dry spell.
It's a couple mosquitoes if you don't keep moving. They get me when I'm pouring the water and then I spill. We're in like a lot, I think I've talked a little bit about watering before. We're in a lot of different discussions on how to do this better. The problem is a lot of the good options involve power, and we're not super keen on having to like start a generator in order to water the garden, but we might head into an option like that because it's taking me like an hour to water the garden if I get the whole thing totally watered doing it this way. But I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get something going like that next year. This year we're headed into the rainy season anyway, and it's just like, where's the time for that, you know? All right, let the sun shine. It's coming out just in time.
It had puddled water on that.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm really scared. Oh, geez. Levi, will you help me pull this bag out? Goodness. I have a couple different ways I'm going to make fish fertilizer. Kind of experimenting. Did watch a couple videos on it. I'm kind of doing my own experiments here. I'm sure plenty of you have dealt with salmon. I'm gonna be stinky for a while. I really want to deal with these frozen so they don't get super icky on me right away, but there we go. I might have to let it thaw a little bit. I really don't want to. It's gonna get really gross really quickly. And I guess that's what I get for deciding I'm gonna make my own fish fertilizer. It's gonna be gross no matter what. Okay, new plan. We're just gonna dump them all in this tote. This has held chickens and all kinds of gross crap. We're gonna dump them in, and it's got like 6 clips like that, so should be able to keep the dogs out of it. We're gonna dump them in there, let them thaw there. I'm flinging like little bits of salmon all through the rocks, and this hound dog here is waiting to get after them. And then we'll go through with all of the icky fish fertilizer ideas. That is so nasty. Oh, she's not like... Okay, keep that away from the dogs. Luckily, my pregnant stomach can handle quite a bit more this time than with Henry. With Henry, I mean, I couldn't handle anything like the entire pregnancy, so don't worry. Don't get me wrong. Some things gross me out. Weird things gross me out, but I'm doing okay this time, so that's good. I would probably put the fish in there just to be super sure that a bear won't get to it, but Levi will kill me if I stink up his Connex. So if a bear comes, we are in season for bears anyway, so let them come. I'm saving all this cardboard from Levi setting up his sawmill over there for some strawberry beds. These will be my weed barrier and cardboard, so they're just kind of hanging out, making the place look like a mess, but I guess that's kind of Homestead 101 is things are, there's always something kind of waiting for you to get to it. Apparently me trying to burn diapers all winter has led us to this point. I told you it was getting heavy. We're gonna do some chicken coop work, and then I don't know what else, but chicken coop for the starters. I forgot to do a garden update when it was nice and sunny the other day, but I'll do one maybe at the end of this video. It is really happy. Everything in here is really happy, so we'll have to do that. Oh, I will show you real quick what I do with the fish fertilizer. There's Levi's Sandpoint well. He's working slowly but surely on it. Sometimes it goes really fast and smooth, sometimes it's like an inch at a time, so that's just kind of a working on it as he can. All right, you already got to see all the nasty fish, so I'm not going to open it and gross you out. What I did was have Levi move the tote over here by the compost pile, so if anything's going to be stinky, it can all be stinky together over here a little ways away from the chickens in case a bear decides to show up. But I can't smell the fish. The compost actually smells stronger. It needs to be stirred. But I decided instead of, I was gonna like bury some fish in the garden, and then I was gonna do a bucket with some. And I was going to do a couple different options. I decided we're just going to leave it in the tote. I filled it with water over the top of the fish carcasses for at least a few months, probably till like September, and then check it and see how decomposed we are. People get really complicated about it, and that's fine. I'm sure it would work better if I added molasses, and if I had like an air vent, probably figure out a way to store most of it through the winter so I can use it first thing in the spring. But either way, that'll be a lot of fish fertilizer. So I'm excited about that, but it's kind of, we're just gonna let it sit there and do its icky thing. As I said, compost pile needs stirred. I had a few things that just never made it into the garden. So those are just sitting on top. But right now, Levi is gonna help me build nesting boxes and a roost. So let's get to that. Garden, it's just, I'm glad it's raining on it because I'm tired of watering it.
Okay. Let's go. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You want 3 boxes?
So I know of 4 roosters, right? Which takes me down.
4 more roosters? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's 2 black ones, the white one,
So that brings
and the
you
pretty
down to
one.
7.
That brings me down to 7 hens. That other red one might be a rooster, which would bring me down to 6. Let's do 3, and if in the future we decide we need more, we'll figure out another set of 3 in there. Back it up. Moving on out. So this is fermented, and it's stinky. I mean, it's like perfectly. Ah! No! Oh, man. Ugh. Well, the dogs are going to be looking that up for a while. Dang it. Oh. Anyway, it's like perfectly fermented. It's the right kind of stinky. So we'll give them a little extra so we keep adding water to it. Hey, we're not escaping. We're not escaping. Come on, turn it around. One, back in. One. No, go in. Look, I just put it in there. Come on, go, 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 go. Turds. Yeah.
This is wider than I thought it was. So we'll be good.
So how wide is this? It looks pretty wide.
It's like 13 or 14.
Cool.
So.
Okay. So I think like 12 by 12 is kind of your...
Yeah, this isn't going to be... It's got this crack that runs all the way down it, so...
It's all right.
But it's just for chickens to sit on eggs in. One inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches.
Adding space for walls in your brain.
Yep. Something, you know, that normally I would have forgot to do.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Let's do that on the other side just to make sure we...
That looks really nice already. It's funny we say like, oh, the live edge makes it hard. People would kill for like a bookshelf. Like this is a bookshelf.
Yeah. Okay, can you not let that fall?
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
That was apparently a very crooked line I drew. It's okay. Just a little wasteful to try and do the whole.
Yeah. No, it works. Do you want me to hold it? That's so nice. I like it a lot.
Actually came out pretty square for
Yeah, it looks good.
just being live edge. See, that's recycling. It's just leftover wood from making those bunks for the sawmill to go on.
Yep.
It's cracked, so it's not good for any like real structural stuff.
Yep.
Makes a daggum good nesting box though.
It's free.
Alright, let's just do one here. Oops. How do you like it?
I like it a lot. Makes me want a bookshelf
Yeah, I
and
know.
a desk. It makes me want stuff inside. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I want to make a gun cabinet,
I know.
bookshelf deal. And
I know, I've got all kinds of ideas, and I'm not the sawmiller.
your kid is something else, man.
He's yelling at Bolt. I don't know what Bolt did so wrong. Or maybe he's just happy. I don't know. Because the other option, I guess, would be if we went from like this corner. Oh, you better let Henry in here right now.
Come on, bud. Come over here to the door.
Look at the chickens with the measuring tape. Yeah, they're like, what the? You want to stay here? You want to come with? Yeah.
Did the chicken come to see you? Alright. We're gonna adjust our scheme and dream here. I was gonna cut these in half with a sawmill.
Oh, that works.
Otherwise, that's gonna be the wobbliest thing if I try and.
Yeah.
Gonna try.
Okay. You're going to fire it up today anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because once we're done with this chicken coop stuff, I was gonna work on these
your
bunks
bunks.
and stuff.
Yeah.
This is how it's riding on the, like my tracking and
Yeah.
stuff. Is he having fun in there?
Yes, he is.
That's hard, you know. It's like 2.5 turns from snug. Well,
Snug is abroad.
I gotta find a different place to stack my wood than where all the sawdust goes.
I see what you're doing.
Okay, let's see how this works. Worked pretty doggone good to me. Okay. You know, we'll pick 2 to go together like that. And then we'll just put some screws in it. You know, we'll flush them up and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care which ones we use, you know.
Oh, whichever ones you think. That doesn't bug. I have no opinion.
Let me go grab some shorter screws and we'll just wing it.
Wing it.
Make the live edges somewhat match up. That way the chickens, you know, they have a place they can be proud of.
I have a place they can be proud of.
Really don't you ever pay attention to what you're doing.
Me? Why am I getting yelled at? Why are you doing 65 and a half?
Because that's what I measured.
I measured 66. You're probably more accurate. Okay. I believe you. He's gonna go measure. Survey says
We're gonna go with 65 3/4.
right in between our measurements. Okay.
We'll just see what happens with that.
All right.
It's harder with only one board because it's just, it twists so easy.
Let the record show. Levi thought this was the silliest purchase at a garage sale. Did you not?
Quote
You were like,
was, "What do we need this for?
What do we need this for?" And I was like, that's a really good like floor scrubber. All
It's mine
kinds
now.
of
She can't
it's yeah,
have it
he
back.
stole it after chastising me for buying it.
It's a really handy sawmill tool.
Sometimes
But I didn't know at the time what kind of tools you needed for a sawmill. I hadn't fired it up yet.
Sometimes your wife knows more than you. Not often.
Okay, that's a little.
It's gotta go.
Well, there's a little bump in the cut.
Oh, is there? You gonna go garden? He's gonna go splash. This video is for evidence on why Henry is so wet and why he's about to be brought inside. What are you doing? You're absolutely soaked. We're gonna have to go dry you out soon. My neighbor gave me this rose bush. Kind of sad. It needs to get going on the ground. So she called me and was like, hey, this needs a home today. So I'm really excited. She said, I don't remember what type she said it is. It's not wild, although it looks a lot like our wild roses. She said it'll get like 12 feet tall if the moose don't come trim it in the winter. So I'm gonna have to be pretty picky where I put it. Levi really likes his views around the cabin. So we'll find a home for it. And then she also gave me some lilacs to get planted. And if you know lilacs, you know those are also going to need a lot of room. So here pretty soon, I want to get all that stuff in the ground. Ready?
Yep.
Get your drill.
Yep. Just need all of the, which I can come back and get them.
The roosts.
Yeah.
Oh, that is going to be so nice.
Yeah.
3 is good, honestly. Don't get too much bigger. You preparing to dive in?
Yeah.
This is one of the few times that walk-in coop would have been nice, huh?
Okay, I don't know how high you want it.
Like I can still get the broom under it kind of thing, you know? You want in?
Something like that.
Beautiful.
Where?
Henry, don't pick it up. It's icky. You can walk in there, but don't touch it.
Now I'm not sure where you're wanting.
So you're gonna want to do like 2 different heights, right? Like steps, if you will. So pretty high, but that's a little too high. Maybe like where the lower side is.
Is that a good height?
That's a fine height, yeah.
That's your workspace, Henry.
You know what I'm going to get? Because I know we'll get asked this. How are you going to get the eggs out? Well, a big thing was to have the roosts or the nesting boxes inside the insulated coop. If we did like a pop out that you could lift the lid and sure it's really easy to get eggs out, they're just going to freeze. That's more insulation. They're going to stay a lot warmer in there in the winter when it's real chilly. So that's why it's just nesting boxes inside the coop like that. And I was going to get one of those tennis ball throwers that people have for their dogs that like whips the tennis ball super far so I can reach in and get eggs.
Scoop them.
Scoop them. So that's my plan. It's just, it gets like, we'll have negative 40-degree days is the coldest we've seen it so far here. So a pop out box, as convenient as that would be, my couple of winter eggs would just freeze solid.
All right, Henry, can you bring that to me?
Give me the level. Oh, okay. Rude.
Thanks, bud. You think that's gonna work for him okay?
I think it looks great.
He's bold. Silly chickens.
All right, I'm gonna put some shavings in the nesting boxes. I think Henry is due for a nap finally. I've been ready for a while to take a break, but that's it for the chicken coop upgrades for now. Oh, it feels pretty warm in here. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh yeah, it's pretty. I'll have to check the temperature inside on the thermostat thing. It'll probably still be a while before we're really getting any substantial eggs this year. Alright, last but not least, a lovely person sent me some ceramic eggs a long time ago. We'll get those in there so that we maybe hopefully get ahead of any possible egg eaters and show them where their eggs go. That way, if anyone tries to eat eggs, they'll try to eat those, and they can't. We'll see. Maybe I'll get a measuring tape. Get a measuring tape and see how long of a scooper I need to scoop eggs out. That gets me really excited about all of the little projects that I am stacking up on poor Levi for the sawmill. But I think I'm gonna go nap Henry now, and he's gonna work on his rails, decks, I don't know what he's calling them, for under his sawmill. It'll lift it up, give it a little better of a base.
This is what we got to work with. Try and get the sawmill on the bunks. Got it pried up. Some 2x4s that we made on the sawmill. And then, see, there it is. Lift it up. And then we're just going to try and slide it over onto the bunks. Got my sawmill bunk, skid, sled system. Don't know what you want to call it. I'm calling it a bunk. But I just milled these trees down. They were extra long. They were supposed to be deck beams, but they've got big split down the middle. So thought they would work fine for this. Just gonna give it a nice, level, strong, heavy platform. It's not gonna sink in the mud. It'll help just stabilize everything. It'll pick it up so I don't have to bend over. I'll be able to see when I'm milling a lot easier. Won't have to try and bend down and look under the motor. Now, if we need to move it as we build the sawmill shed, it'll be a lot easier to just move the whole skid or bunk instead of trying to slide around the rails and catching this stuff on rocks. And I still have to do some fine-tuned leveling. If I wanted to, I could go through and screw down every single foot. I just did the ones on the end and then these two in the middle. That way, you know, as you roll a log on here and it hits, it doesn't slide around. It'll just be locked down on here.
No, don't stand on that.
No.
You can kneel. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Super happy with it. We did get a lot of, was my plan all along. We did get a lot of comments saying that we needed to raise it up. But this was part of the process. We had to get the mill put together in order to mill the logs to put the sawmill on. So it was a little bit of a jungle gym trying to get it up there, but I got it. I made this one a little bit smaller so that I don't have to pull out my long log stops. You know, when you put a full-size log up here and I want to roll it, you have these angled ones and they will fit and slide right past that log. The other thing we did, so that Henry doesn't cut his fingers off, is made a little break in here so that it can't roll and cut anybody's fingers off. So then it's locked in place. Nothing perfect, he could always pull that block out of there, but definitely makes it a little safer. Honk. Is that a fish?
I have fish on my shirt? You mean that shirt that we can find at our store online? Of all the Alaska salmon and their spawning phases? What a cool shirt. The sun decided to come out, so let's do that garden update. Ooh, it's toasty in here. All around me here, all kinds of plants. Some forget-me-nots. I've got a bunch of plants here that a friend gave me that I have not gotten to yet. I'm hoping to get these in the ground here like this week. Mostly here we've got all of our tomatoes, none of which I have any idea what they are because when I transferred from the seedling pods to their first round of containers. Hello, sir. He's in his jammies because he soaked his first set of clothes today. Anyway, no idea what the tomatoes are. Some are clearly determinate, some are clearly indeterminate. I did a lot of cherry tomatoes this year, just trying to find out which ones we would like best, which ones did best. Either way, we've had a super warm summer so far this year, and the greenhouse, everything in it, is just loving it. Hungarian yellow wax, what are you? Ace hybrids and California wonders. So I've got 2 of each type except the jalapeno. I only have 1. Levi's mom gave me that one actually. I didn't start any jalapenos myself, but they're all really happy. I have a few volunteer little plants in a couple of them that almost look like carrot seeds worked their way in somehow. Don't know what's going on there, but I'm kind of curious to let that work itself out and see what happens. But peppers are really happy. We're getting a good batch of flowers on them all. So I'm really excited. I want to either pickle peppers or just do some things like that to preserve them. So pretty excited about my very happy greenhouse this year. Coming up soon on that sawmill guy over there is going to be the rest of my moose fence and a gate. But for now, we just turn her over, call it a day. This is Henry's berry picker. We got it at a garage sale and he loves it. So I've got these 2 containers of lettuce, and then I have a whole bed of lettuce over there that's starting to really pop. I've been thinning it slowly. I just dumped seeds in there when it came time to plant outside. This is all lettuce that I got at the hardware store already started, and you can tell we have already had quite a few salads out of it. I'm really happy with how the container lettuce does. This is my biggest Alaska giant cabbage. I've got another one behind me, another one in a bed over there. They definitely get a little grumpy when it gets hot like it is today. I'll get it watered here Even though it did rain, well, it feels pretty good and moist. It definitely doesn't like as much sun, I don't think, as everything else. I could be wrong about that, but the cabbage and the Brussels sprout get upset when it's overly sunny. But I'm really excited about how big this guy is. When I first put him here, I was thinking, oh, no way it's gonna need that much space, but the seed packet swore it needed like 4 feet by 4 feet. These are my potato onions. My neighbor gives me more of these every year. She's the best. And they're honestly my favorite little onion to grow. We never use a full big onion. So these are really nice. They come out in like garlic clove type forms. You put one in and you get like 4 or 5 in a clove coming out. So I really enjoy that. They store crazy well. I stored my own this year to plant. These are the ones I stored. She just gave me a bunch more. All of these real tall marigolds and sunflowers that you'll see around the garden. This great big guy. Look at, we're gonna get a flower out of him. You'll see those periodically throughout the garden. Those are also from my friend who kind of ran out of space in her greenhouse and gave me a bunch. I was really excited to get all that in. It's funny how quickly you can cram things in your garden when someone says, hey, do you want this stuff? This is my asparagus bed. I did add in some more asparagus that I started this year in places that I thought the old one wasn't going to, the old shoots weren't going to come back, but they pretty much all came back kind of on top of each other now. So I might have overcrowded it a bit with that. I'm thinking about maybe just clipping the first year ones to make room for the second year ones, because I started this bed last year, but I didn't have faith that those were going to come up, but a bunch are coming up pretty late. So I might thin that back out to just the second year ones. It's pretty obvious which are which, because the first years are really floppy and the second years are really sturdy. My mic was not on that whole time. This is that half onion bed, half carrot bed. So this whole bed here is going to be that other cabbage I was talking about. I've got radishes that I'm trying. We have never really had many radishes. I had the seeds, figured why not. The Brussels sprout, that gets really mad when it's hot. It's mad right now, so we'll get him some water. Then I've got some celery growing and a lemon balm. I did have broccoli there. It bolted long ago. I wasn't paying close enough attention and I started the seeds too early, so it never even started to have a broccoli head. And then if you notice around all the beds, I've got marigolds growing. You know, they're just really good anti-pest and they do well here. I moved my strawberry containers to the south side of the garden. It's like I was saying, I just don't feel like they were getting as much sun as they wanted. I went to see my neighbor's strawberries and they're so gorgeous compared to mine. So these got scooted. I might even scoot them over onto the deck now that that's done. This year we are going to build out of sawmill wood. We're going to build some strawberry beds on the south side of the house, kind of next to the deck stairs, one on each side. That's going to get a crazy amount of sun, like anytime there's sun out up here. So I'm really hoping I can get like some really immaculate strawberry beds going. It'll be easy to do bird netting if I need to, kind of off of the deck. Okay, so this whole corner that I kind of put the strawberries clogged into here this was all, there were a lot of roots still when starting the garden this year, so we didn't till it. The roots were just really big and still dug in. Felt like we were running out of time. So this corner was the experimental corner. My pumpkins that I started way too early have pretty much all died. They haven't died, but they're just not doing well. I'm barely getting flowers on some of them. I really don't imagine we're going to get pumpkins this year. My friend also gave me a squash, which I have there. It's had some flowers that are now kind of going down. Behind the camera, there is some more cabbage and cauliflower that my friend also gave me. They're a little small, but they seem to be doing really well since planting them in the ground. At the end of the day, a lot of this got planted late, or like the pumpkins, when we moved them outside, they just were mad about it and never really recovered. The other thing I have in here is garlic. That's kind of hard to see. Levi's mom gave me that and I kept forgetting about it and I finally remembered, so I just got it plugged in all over the place. So this is just like my chaos bed. Last but definitely not least is the potatoes. They are doing super well. I do have two spots, maybe not, maybe only one spot. There's a bare spot here that definitely no potatoes popped up. So that's like a crazy good success rate to have one out of probably 60. And then behind me here are going to be my fireweed that I just kind of let come up natural. Figured it'd be good for the bees, and my compost pile with the fish fertilizer and You've seen all that. A lot of people consider it a weed up here. I understand there's a ton of it, and it usually is in places you don't want it, but I was pretty excited to have it kind of on the garden perimeter here.